Welcome to the Mary Potter Podcast. You ready to dive into some magic and fantastic creatures with me again this week?
Always up for a good dose of the wizarding world. It's like stepping into a fantasy film or one of those epic series, only concentrated.
Exactly. Think like those short but powerful bursts of magic you find in, like, flash fiction. You know, the kind that packs a whole adventure into just a few pages. We've got two of those lined up for our magical probe today, and let me tell you, they're both pretty wild.
It's amazing what writers can accomplish with just a limited word count, like those little intricate magical artifacts, packed with power in a small package. So, what kind of magical mayhem are we looking at today?
Well, the first one, this flash fiction story called The Illusionist's Game. It's a bit of a mind bender. Like, imagine a group of friends, they're all into VR gaming, right? Having their usual Wednesday night get-together, helmets on, ready to escape reality for a bit. Only this time, the game turns on them.
Oh, that's a good hook. Definitely taps into some of those modern anxieties about technology.
For sure. The sources even labeled it as trapped in another world, which is pretty spot on.
Yeah.
They literally can't get their headsets off, and this creepy voice starts talking to them, calls himself the Illusionist, like straight out of a nightmare. And he basically tells them that their minds are his to play with now.
So it's not just about beating the game anymore.
Nope, it becomes about surviving, about holding on to who you are when reality itself is being twisted around you. That whole concept of losing yourself in the illusion, that's what really makes this one so terrifying, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. It's like that fear of losing control, but amplified. Not just losing control of your data or your online persona, but losing control of your very perception of reality. And it makes you think about how reliant we are on technology to mediate our experiences.
Totally. It's like a cautionary tale for the digital age. But okay, let's switch gears a bit. The second flash fiction story we've got, it's called Shadowbound. This one takes us to a world where shadow magic is being wiped out, and those who wield it are, well, let's just say they're not very popular.
Ugh, classic theme of persecution for being different.
Yep. The sources called it fantastic racism, which I think captures it perfectly.
Mm.
And our main character, this guy named Jasper, he's a shadow wielder, and he's got this sarcastic, don't mess with me kind of attitude. And he basically gets dragged before this council of light mages who are convinced he's some kind of ultimate evil.
So it's a battle of light versus dark, but with a lot of societal prejudice mixed in.
Exactly. And it makes you think about how easy it is to label something as bad just because it's different, how fear and misunderstanding can lead to all sorts of problems.
Definitely a relevant theme, even in the magical world. So with these two stories, where are we heading with this magical probe?
Well, we're not just going to summarize the plots, right? We're going to dig deep, unpack the core conflicts, explore the ideas about magic and illusion, and hopefully uncover some insights about reality, prejudice, all that good stuff. Give you those aha moments you're looking for. Ready to get started?
Lead the way. I'm always ready for a good, thought-provoking exploration.
Okay, so let's jump back to that first flash fiction story, The Illusionist's Game. We meet this group of friends, Sarah, Alex, and Ben, and they're all VR veterans. They decide to try out this new beta game called Illusionscape, which, sounds pretty innocent at first. But right off the bat, things start to get weird.
Weird how? Like glitching out or...
Well, they each find themselves in totally different environments. Alex is facing down a dragon, Ben's in some medieval tavern, and Sarah, well, she's in this creepy forest that seems to be closing in on her. It's like the game is tailoring the experience to each of them, which is already kind of freaky, right?
Definitely a sign that something's not right. That personalized touch is unsettling.
Right, and then, boom, the real horror hits. Sarah tries to take off her headset, but it won't budge. That's when this voice, the illusionist, makes his grand entrance. And let me tell you, this guy's voice, it's described as cold, cruel, like he enjoys their terror. He basically tells them they're his prisoners now, stuck in his virtual world.
Oh, that's just chilling. Talk about a nightmare scenario.
Totally. And then things get even darker, like really dark. Sarah, she's trying to escape with the guys. They're running across this bridge over a chasm of fire.
Yeah.
Very dramatic, right? And the bridge starts to crumble. She loses her footing, falls, and just like that, she's gone. Poof. Pixelated out of existence.
So the stakes are real and the consequences are permanent.
Oh, yeah. This isn't some game over respawn situation. This is deletion. And the sources, they called this moment a wham episode. And I think that's spot on. It's like a punch to the gut, letting you know that the illusionist isn't messing around.
It's a brilliant way to ratchet up the tension and highlight the vulnerability of the characters. They're not just digital avatars. They're people whose lives are literally on the line.
And now Alex and Ben, they're left to navigate this crazy world on their own. They're facing all sorts of challenges, like a labyrinth of mirrors, battles against knights made of black smoke, all while trying to decipher these cryptic riddles that might hold the key to escape. It's like a twisted escape room from hell.
The imagery there is so vivid. The labyrinth of mirrors, the shadowy nights. It's a perfect blend of classic fantasy tropes and technological horror.
Totally. And the whole time, that voice, the illusionist, he's taunting them. He keeps saying, lose yourself, lose your way back, which adds this psychological element to the whole thing, right? It's not just about finding the exit. It's about holding on to your sanity, your sense of self in this constantly shifting world.
It's like he's trying to break them from the inside out, make them doubt their own perceptions and memories. That psychological element is what really sets this apart from a typical trapped in a game scenario. It becomes about identity and the fragility of the human psyche.
Okay, so picture this. They've been through all this crazy stuff. They're exhausted, desperate, and suddenly, out of nowhere, a door appears. It's flickering, glowing with this eerie green light. And Alex, he feels this strange sense of familiarity with it, even though it makes no sense.
Oh, that's a fascinating detail, almost like a planted memory or a subconscious glue.
Right. It's like a glimmer of hope, but you're not sure if it's real or another one of the illusionist's tricks. And Ben, he's hesitant, but Alex convinces him they have to try. So they jump toward the door, and, well, the story ends there. Just darkness, ambiguity. We don't know if they made it out or if they fell deeper into the illusionist trap.
That open ending is brilliant. It leaves you with so many questions, so much to ponder. Did they escape? Or did they simply trade one illusion for another? It's a testament to the power of short fiction, how it can leave such a lasting impact with just a few words.
Definitely. It really plays into that bad guy wins or does he trope, leaving you to wonder about the nature of reality and the potential for manipulation in a world where technology can create such convincing illusions. And the sources, they even mentioned how this story really highlights the video game cruelty potential, which I think is a fascinating concept. It's like taking that feeling of frustration or helplessness you sometimes get in games and amplifying it to this terrifying existential level.
It definitely makes you think about the darker side of immersive entertainment and the ethical implications of technology that can so effectively blur the lines between what's real and what's not. And the fact that it's left unresolved just adds to that lingering sense of unease.
Okay, ready to take a break from the digital anxieties and jump into a world of shadow magic.
Bring on the shadows. I'm curious to see where this fantastic racism takes us.
All right, so in Shadowbound, we meet Jasper. As I mentioned, he's a shadow wielder, and let's just say he's not a morning person. He enjoys his darkness, his peace, and quiet. But that peace is shattered when these two hero types from the Luminary Council burst in, all bright and shiny and annoyingly cheerful, especially for someone who prefers the shadows.
So right away we get that contrast between light and dark, not just in their magic, but in their personalities.
Exactly. And Jasper, he's immediately sarcastic, dismissive. He's not impressed by their shiny armor and their self-righteous attitudes. He even refers to them as hero types, like it's some kind of costume they're wearing.
He sounds like a fun character. Definitely not your stereotypical brooding, evil shadow mage.
Oh, absolutely not. He's got this wit, this rebellious streak. He's clearly not going to just roll over and play the villain. And the sources even highlighted that chip on his shoulder aspect of his personality, which I think is a big part of his charm. You can tell he's used to being judged and misunderstood.
It makes you root for him a bit, even though we don't know much about him yet. You want to see him challenge those preconceived notions.
Right. So anyway, these hero types, they serve him with a summons to appear before the Grand Tribunal. Apparently, he's considered a dark magic menace simply for existing. And the way the story describes the Grand Tribunal, it's all marble and gold and just oozing with this sense of pretentiousness, which, of course, just makes Jasper even more sarcastic and defiant.
It sounds like the stage is set for a classic clash of ideologies with a healthy dose of magical spectacle thrown in.
Oh, yeah. The Luminary Council, they're all about light magic, purity, order. And they see shadow magic as inherently evil, corrupting. You could really feel that fantastic racism at play, how they've demonized an entire form of magic simply because they don't understand it, or maybe because it threatens their power.
It's a great example of how prejudice often stems from fear of the unknown or a desire to maintain control. They create these simplistic categories, these us versus them narratives, to justify their actions.
And the leader of the council, He's this pompous old dude, you know the type, all pronouncements and pronouncements. He basically throws the book at Jasper, accuses him of all sorts of nefarious deeds that we, as readers, know he didn't do. And Jasper, well, he's not having any of it. He throws back his own barbs, mocks their hypocrisy, and then things get magical.
Bring on the magical showdown, light versus dark, who's got the cooler moves.
It's a pretty epic battle. The light mages, they're all about blinding beams of light, searing whips, that kind of thing. Very flashy, very aggressive. And Jasper, he's using shadow magic, swirling darkness, illusions, trying to outmaneuver them. It's a really cool visual contrast.
It's like a battle of contrasting artistic styles, too. One all about sharp lines and brightness, the other about fluidity and depth.
Totally. But here's the thing. Despite his initial confidence and all his witty comebacks, Jasper starts to get worn down. It's like he underestimated the power of the Luminary Council, their sheer numbers, their coordinated attacks. It shows that prejudice, even when it's based on nonsense, can still have real consequences. You can be talented, powerful, but systemic oppression can still wear you down.
It's a reminder that even in a fantastical setting, these issues of power dynamics and prejudice are very much grounded in real-world experiences.
Okay, so now we get to the turning point of this story. Jasper's getting tired, he's outnumbered, and he decides to use his trump card. He casts this shadow net, intending to trap the light mages, give himself the chance to escape. But something unexpected happens. Instead of just trapping them, his shadow magic starts interacting with the floor of the Grand Tribunal.
Oh, interesting. So it's not just a simple attack spell.
Nope. The floor starts to crack,
Hmm.
and this shimmering world of darkness is revealed beneath it. It's described as the umbral depths, and it's clear that this is something ancient, powerful, something the Luminary Council either forgot about or deliberately ignored. And even the newbie hero on the council, he's shocked. He's like, wait, what's that? You can tell this is something nobody expected.
So it's like a hidden layer of reality, literally and metaphorically.
Exactly. And the way the umbral depths are described, it's not this scary, evil place. It's more like a hidden world, maybe even a refuge for those who wield shadow magic. And Jasper, instead of being afraid, he feels drawn to it. It's like he recognizes it on some level, like it's calling to him.
It's like he's finding his true home, his people, the place where he belongs.
And here's the kicker. Instead of trying to stop the floor from collapsing, Jasper jumps into the umbral depths. He doesn't hesitate, doesn't look back. And the way the story describes it, he feels this sense of peace as he falls into the darkness. He's finally escaping the prejudice, the judgment, the constant battle. He's going home.
It's such a powerful act of defiance, and it completely flips the script on who the good guys and bad guys are.
Right. And the story ends with Jasper grinning, this knowing grin, as he disappears into the shadows. It's clear that this is not the end of his story. It's more like the beginning of a new chapter, one where he might even team up with the residents of the Umbral Depths to fight back against the Luminary Council. And the sources, they even hinted at this potential enemy mine situation, where those who were once enemies might have to join forces to fight a greater threat.
It's a perfect example of how exploring hidden depths can lead to unexpected alliances and a deeper understanding of the world. It challenges the simplistic binaries of good and evil, light and dark, and suggests that there's always more to the story than what's on the surface.
So there you have it. 2 flash fiction stories, 2 very different explorations of magic, illusion, and the human condition. And I think both of them offer some really powerful takeaways, don't you think?
Absolutely. The Illusionist game is a chilling reminder of how technology can be used to manipulate our perceptions and the importance of staying vigilant in a world where the lines between reality and illusion are increasingly blurred.
And Shadowbound encourages us to challenge our preconceived notions and to look for the hidden depths, both in the world around us and within ourselves. It's a reminder that prejudice can be overcome and that true strength often lies in embracing what makes us different.
They're both fantastic examples of how even short stories can pack a powerful punch, leaving you with lingering questions and a desire to explore these themes further.
So before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. In a world where illusions can be so convincing, how do you cultivate the ability to discern truth from fabrication? And when faced with seemingly opposing forces, are you willing to look for those hidden connections, those shared experiences that might bridge the divide? Because sometimes the most unexpected alliances can lead to the most profound discoveries. Thanks for joining us on the Mary Potter Podcast. Don't forget to rate and follow for more captivating stories.
Until next time, may your magic be bright and your shadows full of wonder.